What's going on, guys? It's Church, bringing you another video today, and this one is actually might be the first Black Ops 2 video I have on the channel. I'm not sure. I know I posted Black Ops 2. No, it isn't, because one of my first live comms where I was a joke because it was awful was actually on this game, Black Ops 2. But it's just me sniping on free for all. I mean, I didn't do very well KD wise, but I thought it was kind of nice for a background video because there were a couple times where I got close to some feeds, like you know, the phase thing where you feed and stuff. Like I got close to a couple of those. I mean, at the end I got 25. Someone's at like 29. I was at like 25, and I tried to just get the quintuple feed. I guess I don't know what you call it, 5-man. And I didn't, but I want to do it for my last, you know, points of the game and win it, but I didn't get it. But that's not what this video is about. This video is honestly about something with Advanced Warfare and competitive. I was watching UMG California this past weekend. If you were watching it, you know, Optic won again. That's the third one in a row. And I was looking at tweets while I was doing it. I was on my phone watching it and stuff, so I didn't have to switch between windows to do Twitter and that, or like do the side two windows together. Like I didn't want to do that. I was just on my phone because it was easy enough. And I was just sitting there on my phone, and I was looking at some tweets, and then I came across one of the pro players on Denial who wasn't actually at the event, and he said something about like, now I know why COD's dead. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. I kind of want to talk about whether you guys think or not that COD's dead. Personally, I don't think COD the game's dead. I mean, like, I don't think it where it was back in like Black Ops 2. I definitely think like Ghosts brought it down. I think ever since MW3 personally was when COD really started to take a turn downward in like popularity. I don't think after MW3 it has ever been to where it was for like MW1, World at War, MW2, Black Ops. And then MW3 was just like, it was a disappointment. I mean, I think it didn't die. I think MW3 people were like, okay, this was kind of bad, and people were a little bit disappointed. Like, I know I was. And then I think Black Ops 2 was like a sick game, and everyone's like, alright. And it still stayed up there in the popular. It was still wicked popular. But I think MW3 was kind of when people started doubting it a little bit more. And then Ghost came out, which a lot of people hated. Like, I mean, I have to admit, like, I like the game. I don't think it was a bad game, but I like it. And I don't think it was a great game. I think it was a pretty moderate game, just kind of a game where I could play, and I enjoyed it. But it wasn't something that I'm sitting there, like, all day, like, oh, I really want to go home and play, or something. Like, nothing like that. And then Advanced Warfare, it was good. And I think as time went on for it, people started to realize how kind of, like, annoying everything is on that game. But I don't think COD's dead. And I mean, I saw people sitting there saying that, like, oh, it is dead, like, I know. And I don't think, again, I don't think the pro player Nable was talking about COD as like a game. Maybe he was. I think he's more talking about the like competitive scene, because they went to what he was talking about, I think, from what I got from all the comments and stuff to his tweet, was that back in like the France one, like 3 weeks before at a France event, it was like crazy. All like the European, like French, like fans were going nuts at the event. Like it was like nothing but just like yelling, like cheering, everything. Like it was crazy. And like there was so much energy at that one. And then you kind of go to Gfinity, which was still also very like pretty, not as much as the France one, I think, but like it was still pretty like hyped and stuff, and there was still a lot of cheering, a lot of energy going on in the stadium. But then you come back here for UMG Cali, and it's like nothing. There's like no noise, people just sitting there, and everyone said like, oh, it's the casters aren't good, it's just like it's boring and stuff. And one person said that like, hey, no one's gonna take it seriously, the casters aren't gonna take any games really seriously until someone finally beats Optic again, because you know Optic has been dominating the season, like dominating this game basically. Like they've won so many events, and this one, UMG Cali, was like their third in a row, and there's just so much, like people don't take it seriously. I mean, I don't know, and I just think I think Advanced Warfare is good. I don't think it's anything like Black Ops 2 competitive wise, but again, I don't think it's dead. I don't know, it's just, personally I think like UMG events are kind of smaller. I don't think they're anything big. And I don't think a lot of people go and are like crazy. I mean, I haven't been to any, and I haven't watched too many, honestly. I like watching them, but I don't like go on the streams all the time. And from what I can tell, UMG just seems like a lot smaller events, so there's not as many people there. And they seem like they're in like ballroom things. Like it's weird. Like I don't think they're in like places you would normally see, like an expo center. I feel like they're in like hotels. Like I don't know where they are, but they look strange. And I admit, like it was no energy when I was watching. Like you couldn't hear anyone. Like the casters were kind of boring. And I think it's definitely the fact that Optics winning is definitely a factor, because like who's gonna think anything about these other games when everyone's like, Optic has yet to like drop a map and they've played like 4 games. Like who's gonna think anything about all these other teams? And for this one, for me especially, I feel like there's a lot of like these little teams that kind of came out of nowhere all of a sudden. And like they're playing well and they're winning games, but like it's just like they're not teams that people are looking at and being like, these guys have a chance. Like it's just like they're little teams, they're coming in, yes they made it big, it's nice, but again Optic is winning, there's no chance, none of the other big teams like Envy or anything's beating them. And why would we expect like a little team to come in and just start beating them? Like it doesn't make sense. So that's why I think it's like quieter, not as energetic, and it's kind of like a smaller, the mix between the games. If you talk about like all the games, then mix between just like some games being bad and other ones being good, and it's just kind of been on a downturn since MW3, I feel like. Then that's why the game probably isn't as popular as it has been or anything. So that's why I think maybe the games are dying out. But I don't think, and I think comp is just Optics winning too much. I don't think the game's dying. I think it's just interest is kind of getting lost in it, considering Optics winning, or that there's been a downturn since MW3. It just has not as much interest in it from audiences to play or watch. And that's just what I want to talk about since I saw this tweet. I just thought it would be an interesting topic. So again, comments down below what you guys think. Get a nice little like, conversation going. And I'll see you guys next video. Please subscribe. Again, see you guys later. Peace out.
Yeah.
Hashtag no.
You just ground shotted me.